I'm across the road from the headquarters of the Yes campaign headquarters in Cork, Bar Tweeter. Hello JR, hello Gregor, hello. Across the road looking into the River Lee. One side of the riverbank. I've just been looking at Claire Waddington in Paris, and I'm just standing here outside the headquarters of the Yes campaign. The referendum in Ireland is tomorrow, and hello Paul and Kerry. Hello Paul and Kerry in Ireland. For those of you not in Ireland, and I guess most of you aren't in Ireland, really important day tomorrow. There will be a referendum. Everybody over the age of 18 eligible to vote. Well, provided you're eligible to vote and you are here and you're registered in the right place and all that. And coming towards me in the distance, the man in the pink top is the director of the campaign. So I'm just going to show you, this is the headquarters building. I'm your neighbour, vote yes for equality. I'm your grandchild, vote yes. There. And you know, just walking towards us, coming down the street, elegantly dressed, is the campaign headquarters leader.
I wouldn't say I'm a leader.
Ken, well,
Paul, how are
you're
you?
certainly the director.
Yes.
Right. So where have you been?
I've just been downtown, and I was wandering straight back into the office now. But I've just been down to see how our canvassers are getting on down below. Large number of no people around, but our people are still getting a great whole reaction.
A large number of no people about?
There is.
Oh, really?
I would say there's about a dozen or more no canvassers in Patrick Street at the moment.
Well, I hope they're the entire. I hope that's the entire collection of people who will vote no in Cork.
Well, I suppose in the interest of democracy, you need two sides to every referendum. But I would share your aspiration. But I'd be confident our people are doing a good job uptown, and I think I put it this way: if I had a choice between engaging with our people or engaging with their people, I know which ones I'd pick.
And tell me, did you have any food? Did you get yourself some lunch?
I genuinely did. I'm not going to say where, because it's...
oh, yeah, that would be...
I'm not going to endorse one venue over another. Let's just say there's a lot of venues support our campaign.
Yeah, including my favourite coffee house called Filter.
Yes, they do, in fairness to them.
Strong, yeah, and...
no, I went up. I deliberately went up in a jeans and a t-shirt and kind of the way I don't normally dress, because I wanted to engage with the no people and see what their lines were and what they... So...
Oh, what's the report? What is that? What are they majoring on?
Well, I suppose what was interesting was some of them genuinely didn't know the arguments at all. They were just handing out flyers because that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
Others were focusing very much on the religious side of it. Buzzwords like surrogacy and stuff like that. But once I challenged them on the issue, none of them actually had a clue. I suppose I was in the unusual position. I knew the no arguments much better than they did. So I was in. Yeah. It was a bit unfair on me trying to challenge them. Yeah. So I tried to be as nice as I could.
Yeah. And tell me, what's going on during the afternoon and evening before the referendum now?
I will tell you that there's a gigantic operation happening here across the road in YesEqualityCork, and we've already begun. We're dropping 90,000 leaflets to every house in Cork City and suburbs. Through a team of volunteers, over 200 volunteers, a whole fleet of cars. It's like a military operation. It was organised like a military operation. It's been carried out like a military operation. But if you can think, we were having a meeting yesterday, and somebody said it was like a war council. But you know what? It's not a war council at all. It's a peace council. It's just because there's this happy, enjoyable, fun carnival atmosphere. Like I'm noticing already, the first group back that have completed whatever part of the city they were covering took a selfie in their car before they got in here. Yeah. And I would suspect if you keep an eye online, as the day moves on, you'll see lots of pictures like that appearing on Twitter and Facebook of happy teams, job done, dropping back, grabbing the next batch of leaflets and heading out to a new area.
And what about this evening then? Oh, sure, that'll be happening this evening.
Oh, that's our main plan for this evening. No,
we'll
still have people canvassing on the bridges in the evening and at bus stations and train stations again tomorrow morning, but our main focus today is getting that leaflet done.
Right.
Same as, and I suppose the other thing is we have the people uptown, as I mentioned already.
You know, I got a phone call yesterday from here, YesEqualityCork, asking me if I was all right for transport to the polling station tomorrow.
There you go. It's
And
an
I was
important
thrilled.
question.
I was thrilled, really.
We want to make sure
You know?
our people, we want to say, I suppose, make sure our people vote for start.
Yes.
Then anybody that's willing to help us over the last couple of days, we're trying to get their help. But most importantly of all, if we need to facilitate people to get to where they vote, be that because of they not having transport or because they're unable to go and transport themselves and things, we're making sure that we provide that service as well. So we'd like to get that word out there as well. If there's anybody stuck, to give us a ring on 021 430 7696.
021
430 7696, and we will make sure that you get to your polling station and home again.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And tell me, will there be any exit polls
There will be
tomorrow?
no exit poll.
Is that right? Are they banned nationally?
No, it's not. They're not banned. It's not that they're banned nationally. It's just they cost a fortune. And realistically, the only time they can ever happen is if the national broadcaster RTE are involved, and RTE have decided that they want to do it, and nobody else can afford to do one. So there won't be an exit poll. But that said, there will be tallies tomorrow morning, or on Saturday morning, I mean. So we should know the results. We should have a good indication of how things are going well before 11 o'clock on Saturday morning.
And is there television tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, reporting on what's
There probably
happened?
will be, but all they'll be talking about turnout and things. Without an exit poll, they'll have nothing to base themselves on, only speculation.
And are they counting overnight? Or?
No, count begins at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Right, and of course...
Well, what actually happens at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning is they start the vote out, and then they begin counting probably around 11:30, 12, and to probably be about 3:30, 4, and probably it could be as late as 6 o'clock before we have an actual result for the country.
Of course, you would know what happens in counts backwards almost
have a
better
fair
than
idea,
almost anybody else around.
Well, I put it this way, I'm 40 years of age, and I was under 1 year of age when I went to my first count. So I can honestly say I've 40 years experience attending counts, even though I'm only 40 years of age. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, look, you're busy. I'm sure you are. Look, I don't want to hold anything up.
A
What's this?
bit of reading material for the afternoon.
I have to tell you, by the way, that
Yes.
of all the people who have spoken during the referendum campaign, and I haven't seen all of them by any means, and I certainly didn't see Mary McAleese, but I have to say that I thought Micheál Martin was absolutely fantastic.
Well, A, he's a very good debater, and B, he believes in this very strongly, and you could hear that in his voice. He's been consistent. He did Vincent Brown, and he did Morning Ireland during the week. He was out with us Saturday, and he's had 2 op-eds as well this week, one in the Evening Echo, and actually he's in the Cork Independent, or not the Cork Independent, it's the Irish Independent today. So he has been one of the stars of the campaign laterally. And I think this is not about individuals, it's not about political parties, it's about a collective effort.
Yeah.
And civil society really are the real heroes, and the volunteers that I'm watching walking into our office at the moment, they're the stars of this show.
Absolutely,
it's not the Micheál Martins, it's not the Ken Curtins, it's the unknown people that nobody else knows, but are putting their heart and soul day in, day out into this campaign, and they're the real stars,
Right.
regardless of what the result is.
Look, Ken, I must let you go because, I could talk to you for the afternoon and, you won't get the newspapers read.
They're already more or less read now, in fairness, but yeah.
I'd say they're all on social media, every single thing.
This is possible as well.
They'd all be there, wouldn't they? Yeah.
A lot of them would anyway. Anyway, Paul, it's good talking to you,
Yeah.
and hopefully we'll have good news in a couple of days, as long as people get out and vote.
Yeah. Okay. Ken, thank you very much.
Thank you,
okay.
Paul.
All the best.
I actually will run.
Yeah, you run.
Okay.
Go on.
Talk to you later.
Go on. So there you have the latest, the eve of the poll from the director of the campaign. Before coming on air, live on air, I went into the campaign headquarters and I photographed every single poster that I could get, except the one that's in the window, which I've just spotted. But I photographed every single thing, and for history, I suppose, they'll all have been photographed by somebody during the campaign, but I thought, well, let's get them all together in one place. I might actually be able to put them all on Flickr, and then one link would let somebody who was interested to see them all. Mind you, I only have the yes side posters. I've had almost no contact with no side, because I personally don't know anybody who is sure to vote no, and or they certainly haven't said that to me. But you just never know with these things, you know. This is not the fact that I'm down here and talking to the Yes campaign headquarter director and everything in Cork doesn't mean it's going to be won. It does not mean that. When we in Ireland think back to the divorce referendum, the one that gave us the right to divorce, it was won by 10,000 votes. So that's 5,000 people, really, if you like. And that campaign, hello Shaniel 3710, hello. But that campaign, it was explained to me that if there was one vote for the other side in each ballot box in Ireland, the vote would have gone the other way. Just one extra vote would have swung it the other way, or perhaps it was if one of the votes had changed. But so I'm nervous, I'm anxious, and hello Scrutty, welcome to Cork, and welcome to the view that you get from outside, across the road from the campaign headquarters. Tomorrow we have a referendum, and that'll determine whether or not same-sex marriage will be permitted in Ireland. We have a written constitution, so the constitution would have to be changed. That was the campaign director for Cork. His name is Ken Curtin, and he's gone in and back to the job after. You've been to Cork, and you ran Cork City Games in the 90s. Oh, fantastic. How did they go? DJ SP CR1, hello, welcome. How did they go? Oh yeah, it was lovely. I was in the UK then. I was living in the UK. Hey, hello, welcome. Which country, do you mind me asking? And which city and which country? Yeah, he was hospitable. Well, I'd like to think I'm hospitable too, to be honest. You know, I feel anyway, that when you do a scope, you're the host. You're Loughborough. Oh, do you work at Loughborough? Are you a sports person? Are you? Oh, you would of course be a sports person. Do you teach at Loughborough? Loughborough, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, is a top of the range, central, the best. Well, the place in my mind with the best reputation in the UK for studying sport. I'm just going to sit down on this chair. Just DHL. Oh, aren't they the package delivery people? Is that right? They must be the only people. Across the road we have Pat McDonald Paints. That is actually a very big paint shop. You were a sports student at that time. Yeah, which sport, by the way? Which sport? Were you a runner, a swimmer? Were you a swimmer? Or a shot put? S stands for swimming and shot put. Ah, you were 1500 meters runner. Oh, right, well. Of course, I grew up with Coe and Cram, and as the great 1500 meter runners, and who was the other guy? Ovett. I mean, imagine a country having Marcus O'Sullivan ran in my race. Ed, hello, Ed sings, hello. And if you do sing on Periscope, you will certainly attract people around you. Oh, Coughlin. Oh, yeah. Eamon Coughlin. Do you mean Eamon Coughlin by any chance? Cameron from Durham. Have I got that right? Cameron from Durham. Durham is the north, I suppose you would say the northeast, and it's also got a wonderful cathedral in Durham and a wonderful